Water is required for it is for our survival, as we all know that, but electricity is not. But still, why electricity is, we are so much dependent on it. Essentially you can say it is very essential, though not it is required for survival, but it is required for the growth, otherwise we will go back to our dark ages. So whatever growth that we are talking, it all comes through electricity. And still many people in India also, we do not have access to electricity, 87%. This is actually the research done by UNDP Associate Administrator and Under Secretary General, wherein 87% of people, rural areas, they do not have electricity. And nearly 1 billion people, they whoever we are, if they are having the electricity, it is unreliable. We all know that how unreliable our electricity network works. Now let us see why electricity is essential, and without electricity we cannot stay. That means why we are dependent. So families, if we are not doing anything, I mean if we do not have electricity, we have to forego our entrepreneurial endeavors, and children cannot study after dark, health clinics do not function properly, which is very essential. Women especially, it is not only women, industry, everybody, they are burdened and with consuming chores such as pounding, leaving them with less time to engage in income generating activities. And women, when they work in kitchens without any of the gadgets that is already prevalent, so it is estimated that the smoke that is emitted from kitchen, 1.5 million premature deaths are happening, and this is more than the number of deaths that is happening due to malaria. After gaining access to energy, household generates more income, or more productive, and are less hungry, which is what is our Millennium Development Goal. The main sources of energy, it comes from either it is non-renewable or renewable source of energy. Renewable is yet to, it is in infancy, it is yet to grow, but first let us talk about non-renewable resources. In this non-renewable, there are two resources wherein we can generate electricity. One is through nuclear and another one is thermal power. Thermal power consists of coal, gas or liquid or fuel based, diesel based, and nuclear. When it comes to nuclear, we may be generating electricity through it, but we are facing lot of protests from the nuclear power plants that we have already implanted. Maybe we can give example of recent what is that, Kudankulam power project. Okay. So that there was so many, there were people who were raising, who were protesting that we do not want that thing to be. So wherever we are trying to generate electricity, we are using our nuclear reactors only for this purpose, for domestic purpose to generate electricity, but still people, again this has got its own advantages and disadvantages. So nuclear and thermal power, we will go to renewable electricity later on. Thermal power is the largest source of power in India, and 75% of our electricity consumed are generated by thermal power plants. So next source is hydropower. Hydropower, how we are generating electricity, that is the water, that is falling water under gravitational force, it is utilized to rotate a turbine, which in turn it will generate the electricity. So the power plants are Darjeeling and Shimsha, Shivanasamudra in Karnataka, and India is producing 4.8 gigawatts of installed electricity generation through nuclear fuels. Even for that, we are having so much of protest, but again it depends from place to place how people are taking it. In spite of generating electricity through all these means, these are all the conventional or non-renewable resources. Since we are finding shortage, people are shifting on to renewable resources. So in these renewable resources, solar power, wind power, biomass power, geothermal and tidal wave energy. These are the alternative sources of energy which we are dependent.